Hello and welcome everybody to the Arena Open. That's right, we are back at it with another shot at winning up to $2,000. We were able to do it twice this year. Hopefully we can make it number 3. My belly's full, my heart's full. Family came over. Thanksgiving was absolutely fantastic. And I actually haven't played for a few days. So I'm ready to get back into it with this Arena Open and hopefully come back with it a few dollars richer. I hope, by the way, all of you also had a wonderful Thanksgiving for all of you in the United States. All right, we're going to head into this. If we do well in this seal deck, we need to pick up 7 wins before we pick up 3 losses. We can make it into day 2. And when we make it into day 2, we get to do up to 2 drafts for a shot at $2,000. Now, before I head into this seal deck, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether or not you need to pick up that booster box of foundations or a couple of singles to round out your commander deck or your standard deck, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, if you're watching this video on Saturday or Sunday this weekend, TCG Player also has a special promotion going on this weekend for the Black Friday weekend. So make sure you check them out. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and products needs. If you need to pick up premium deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, let's hop in. Let's use some gold and see if we can get something nice. Something nice. Come on. Just something busted. 10 rares? I like 10 rares. We have... Okay. White, I'm going to say, is what we're going to play. So Progenitus and Omniscience don't count. But double Celestial Armor Exemplar of Light is absolutely absurd. So super happy with that. The blue cards are whatever. Homunculus Horde and High Fate Trickster are fine. The green cards, specifically Spinner of Souls, is amazing. And Scrawling Crawler is a card I'll always play. So this is awesome. I know that no matter what, I will at least play 4 rares in my deck. So that is a great, great feeling. Let's hope the rest of our white cards are going to keep up with everything else that we have. Cathar Commando's fine. Not really a big Savannah Lions fan. Heir Apparent, also not something I want. Double Cat Collector is amazing. More ways to gain life here with that Exemplar of Light. Triple Luminous Rebuke. Okay, yeah, we are we already knew we were going to be white, but now we are 1,000,000% in white. Blue looks actually pretty deep here. Strix Lookout, a couple of Refutes, which I really like in sealed. Some bounce spells, some card draw. Okay, I'm liking where blue's at. And with the Triple Luminous Rebuke, hopefully we have enough removal from the white, so that's an option there. For black, we have Eaten Alive and Stab, the classic. Double Infernal Vessel. Bake into a Pie as well. Seeker's Folly, also pretty strong. Double Soul Shackled Zombie and Arbiter of Woe. So black, also reasonable combination of cards. At red usually almost never makes the cut, and once again is not going to make the cut here. I'm just going to put in the cards that I might consider splashing, just because it doesn't quite seem good enough here. And moving into green, we have Bushwhack, Giant Growth, Bite Down. All right. Some card, we have Loot and Spinner of Souls and Elvish Regrower, but it's not super deep. Not super deep. And we have Empyrean Eagle if we wanted to go into blue-white, which seems like there's a pretty good chance that's what we're going to want to do here. So let's quickly sort things out here. You know what? Let's put the Savannah Lions in just in case. But let's just sort things out here, all through the power of course, everybody's favorite, editing magic. All right. Let's take a look at our lands. We have a Jungle Hollow and a Blossoming Sand. So that lets us potentially splash green. I don't think green itself is deep enough here. Spinner of Souls is the card that really stands out. Elvish Regrower and Loot can also be nice, but everything, you know, Bite Down is okay. So green gives us some decent cards, and it's somewhat deep. But like I said, I'm really, really interested in playing my white just because that's where all my power is. And I don't think green and white is going to be that great, just because I feel like there's a little more that I'm getting from the other colors, but, you know, not entirely sure here. Red doesn't really seem like a color that I can even splash based on the mana that we have, so not going to be something that I'm really looking into here. The Empyrean Eagle is something that I'm really interested in. Blue and white seem deep enough together. Blue gives us access to Arcane Epiphany, which I think is absolutely amazing in sealed deck, along with Think Twice, Strix Lookout. Just all these effects are just so strong. Double Refute. Like, these cards get better in sealed deck just because there's bombs you need to answer, and they let you just kind of make sure you don't flood out. So I just feel like those cards alone are things that I'm interested in along with the Uncharted Voyage. High Fate Trickster is just a solid flyer to go with this Empyrean Eagle with everything else that I have. And then Big Fin Bouncer also very strong here. So like I said, blue and white look pretty good. Black is nice because it gives us access to removal. So black gives us access to Bake into a Pie, Eaten Alive, and Stab, right? And then we have a couple of Infernal Vessels, which are always fine cards. Much better if you have more ways to sacrifice. Right now, we only have the Arbiter of Woe, but I just don't feel like black is going to be stronger than blue. But if I feel like I need removal, then I can play the black over the blue. But right now, I'm really looking at a potential blue-white base here with the possibility of splashing green for Spinner of Souls, given that we have Evolving Wilds and a Blossoming Sand. So let's take a look at a blue-white deck, maybe splashing the Spinner of Souls. All right, so this is what a white-blue deck would look like, splashing green for Spinner of Souls, which I feel like is probably good enough to splash, given that I have an Evolving Wilds here. We'll note that my blue mana is a little bit awkward here. We do have a lot of top-end stuff. I don't know that I need the Grappling Krakens. I certainly want to survive here. Mischievous Pup doesn't seem like it's particularly strong here. Not that many good come into play effects. Also, we're not curving out with Healer's Hawks and stuff, so Goldvein Pick is not something that I want. Noting that this deck is a little bit light on cheap things to do, so I definitely want to play these, and the Luminous Rebukes also technically count as something that I can play on turn 2. So if I play this configuration, it's playing it knowing that I am looking to go into the late game here in trying to win that way. So again, that's why I think Mischievous Pup isn't so good, just because I don't have any good come into play effects. But this looks all right. We have power. We have power, right? My curve's already kind of high. I think I'd rather just have the flyer here. But it's going to be something along these lines, right? The deck is going to look something like this, which I don't mind. This deck looks pretty solid. So I don't mind this configuration. Probably need to cut one more card, but this gives us access to 2 counter spells, 2 bounce spells, some good card draw effects, some counters, triple Luminous Rebuke, which is quite nice. Noting that Exemplar of Light isn't at its best in this deck, just because I don't have that many ways to put +1/+1 counters on things. I have the Cat Collector that gains me life, but I think that and the Blossoming Sands are the only ways for me to gain life with this color configuration. So this is one configuration. I think we do need to at least take a look at what else is available here. And like I mentioned before, I feel like black is the other thing to consider, just to make sure that I have enough things to interact with my opponent here. So why don't we take a look at some configurations with black in it? So this is what a black-white deck looks like. We'll note that we get slightly better mana. We get slightly better mana because we play both of our gain lands, which is definitely better with the Exemplar of Light and also the Cat Collector. Splashing the green is pretty free. In fact, we get an extra green source here. We get 4 green sources. The black gives us access to more consistent removal. So this gives us access to a total of 6 removal spells, and then the Seeker's Folly. Infernal Vessel is quite nice here with the Eaten Alive and the Hungry Ghoul. And this also gives us access to more ways to gain life. So we have double Soul Shackled Zombie, and then we have the Arbiter of Woe, and then we have Bake into a Pie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra gain land. So five extra ways to gain life outside of the blue configuration. Now, noting that this has a similar weakness to the blue version, because we only have 2 2-mana plays. We can, of course, play Savannah Lions, but that's not something I'm super interested in playing. But both basically have the weakness of not having enough things to do early. So then the question is, which one's better, right? Am I interested in this black-white deck? That's kind of, the creatures are a little bit better, I want to say, but you're sacrificing that by having less card draw. So when I play blue, I don't get to play Bake into a Pie, Eaten Alive, or Stab, but instead I get double Refute, which plays really, really well with the High Fate Trickster, the Arcane Epiphany, and the Uncharted Voyage with the Think Twice. So I just feel like that suits my gameplay pretty well. and I feel fairly comfortable with that. So I'm not sure. I really do think it's quite close between blue-white and black-white. All right, I stared at this for a while. I like the fact that this has more life gain synergies, and I feel like this does a much better job of maximizing on both my Cat Collector and my Exemplar of Light, which are among the best cards in my deck. My mana is better because I have 2 gain lands that I can play for the Spinner of Souls. My mana is just better because I don't have to play a bunch of double blue cards. This gives us access to 9 black and 8 white, which is not bad. So our mana is better. I don't think it's necessarily weaker, and we have access to more removal, which I think is extremely important in this format. So I'm going to go with black-white. You know I love doing the blue-black thing, and blue and black, there's just a lot of card draw in that color combination, and I have the eagle, but I do feel like this is an absolutely amazing card that I should try to maximize on, and I think given that it's somewhat close, I'm going to go with this configuration here. Just more removal and Exemplar of Light. And I have the ability to get back the Exemplar of Light as well. And then we also have some sacrifice synergy. So black-white, splashing Spinner of Souls. Let us give this version a whirl. Now, before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. And I do want to give a special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. And honestly, even if you're not a paid patron, if you just subscribe, I do post so much content. Not all of them make its way onto YouTube. So if you just join, go to the website, patreon.com/paulcheon. I will have just additional videos there. If you just can't get enough draft content, you can check it out on the Patreon. Thank you once again to all the patrons. I'm going to keep this Jungle Hollow Forest on the draw with a Stab and a Hungry Ghoul. So enough things to do early here. We have the Cat Collector, but no plane so far. It's actually kind of interesting, but kind of interesting as to whether or not I should hold the Jungle Hollow just because I have the Cat Collector, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Two drop from the opponent, maybe? Gnarled Colony, sure. I'll just play the Ghoul and maybe offer the trade here if that's possible. Exemplar of Light is a good card. Not a great draw on this board, given that it's double white. Wary Thespian from the opponent. No white source, so that's really, really unfortunate. So I'm going to stab this now, so that if they have a Giant Growth, I don't take any damage. So all white cards. What's funny is I decided to go this color combination because I thought the mana was better, and of course we naturally draw the forest. All right, Bushwhack from the opponent. Just give me a Plains here. Just come on. Just give me a Plains. Be reasonable. I really would love a Plains here. Okay. I mean, I don't really have a choice. I'll just play Soul Shackled Zombie and just drain them. I'm going to keep a creature in the graveyard just because I have another Soul Shackled Zombie. And red-green doesn't really... Oh, you know what? No, that was a mistake. It's close. Because they can have Elvish Regrower. And so I could have removed the two creatures. Ashroot Animus. Oh, no. Well, we drew the second Soul Shackled Zombie, so we don't feel as bad here. All right. We have an inability here. Felling Blow, get out of town. Are you serious? They were able to pump my thing and... This is so disheartening. You know what I mean? Like, I have no good blocks. I take 13. they pumped this and killed my creature at the same time. Like, if they have a bite down or a giant growth, it's not too bad. But this is just the worst. All right. Any untapped land, and I can kill the Animist. This is a joke. This is like I am actively upset about this. I have no other choice here but to eat alive the Ashroot Animus, sacrificing my Soul Shackled Zombie. I mean, what else can I do? All right, well, let's keep playing. Sacrificing your 4-drop and 2-for-1ing yourself because you can't draw land there is a horrible, horrible feeling. So we've seen 14 cards and no white sources. Okay. Infernal Vessel now a 4/3. Hey, I will say at least, because we're probably going to lose this game because we're just not going to draw white sources, but I will say this. We were able to use some of the black removal spells, right? And blue doesn't have access to those. And I feel like I'm supposed to play more black than white, despite the fact that I have this Exemplar of Light, but I'm going to take a look at my mana base really quickly after this, just to see kind of where things are. Obviously can't attack here. Solid Gruul deck from the opponent. Looks like a draft deck. Anytime, that's the ultimate compliment, by the way, in Sealed. When you go, looks like a draft deck, that is the ultimate compliment. Okay. Well. Sure. I assume they're going to pump the Immolator. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, these are our blocks. And we get to find a creature at least. Okay. It's kind of the last thing I want. I go to 3, they kill this, and then they attack me, yeah. And of course we drew a tap white source. Like, if that was an untapped white source, we might have actually had a chance, because we would have been able to cast the Luminous Rebuke. Wow. All right. I mean, starting things off here with just a loss where you just feel like you're pretty likely to find a white source when everything's said and done is pretty unfortunate. And it's honestly really close which way I go with the white versus the black. I mean, this is a late game card. And it's kind of close which one I want between the Exemplar and the Bacon to a Pie. So why don't we just try this? Just because Luminous Rebuke is a card that I really, really want to cast early. And I have 3 of them. So why don't we try this? All right, on the play here. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Like, forest every time, right? We draw the forest every time. Oh, man. Okay. Sky Knight Squire. No removal here. Evolving Wilds. Okay. Let's play the Cat Collector. I mean, I have to keep the hand. You know what I mean? Kind of interesting what they choose to do here. If they attack me, do I take it? Do I block? Look, because I don't have a play next turn, I want to give myself the ability to play Celestial Armor here. So we'll do that. Woo, we got him. All right. We can play the Exemplar of Light here. All right, and I'm going to keep the Cat Collector back. Let's just pass. I would like for it to trade with the Sky Knight Squire if possible. Sure. I'll take the 2 from the Vindicator. Okay. Yeah, let's go play... Huh, how do I want to do this? I need to play out a Vessel so that if I draw a land, I can play Arbiter of Woe. Alright, I'm going to attack now. Obviously, if they play a creature, they play a creature. Courageous Goblin, sure. Probably want to turn that into a pie when possible. They have 2 cards. Let's just double block here. Make them use their combat trick. And I don't even lose out that much anyways. Like, I get a 4-3 here still, which is fine. Alright, yeah, that's a totally fine trade. 2 cards in hand from the opponent. And, oh, yes. Okay. Jungle Hollow with Cat Collector. Yes, please. Let's attack. Okay. Wait, they didn't want to kill my thing. Okay, sure. I'm gonna just turn this into a pie now. Okay, they killed my Celestial Armor, sure. Alright, so now we're feeling pretty safe about this, right? We're at 14, they're at 6, and they're dead. Okay. Synergies work there. Synergies work there. Again, maximizing on the Cat Collector seems quite strong with some of those extra gain lands, and let's keep this going. Alright, opponent on the play. Hey, we already know that our deck doesn't have a ton of great early plays, but that's what the Luminous Rebukes are for. Now, I would love to draw a 3-mana play, and we found it. That's great. Our opponent didn't have a 2-drop either. Alright, Cat Collector for us. They probably have a way to kill this. No? Okay. They kept a hand with no... That is really weird. God, this card is so good. This card is so good. I guess they kept a hand with Luminous Rebuke, kind of like we did. Elf-Sworn Giant, sure. Yeah. Yep. I think this is a fine trade. Like, I don't need to go super crazy with all the tokens, and Elf-Sworn Giant just gives them tokens for free. And I get to make 2 tokens this turn. Alright, let's just activate this anyways, because we have to do it on our turn. I guess our opponent disconnected? I don't know. It's just... It's like, I don't really know what's going on here. On my turn here, I can just sack my food, make 2 more tokens, and then play Scrawling Crawler, probably. All right. I guess our opponent disconnected, which is a little unfortunate. We were looking really great here with this particular hand, but obviously not necessarily the way that you want to win these. But at the same time, of course, we're going to take them here. 2 and 1. 5 more. All right. Opponent on the play here. We have the Evolving Wilds here, but I'm going to use that to get a Forest for the Snare Spinner that we have in our deck. We have Bake into a Pie and Arbiter of Woe as double black cards, but of course those are things we can worry about later. Blue-red. Drake Hatcher. Oh, that's really annoying. But we do have the Luminous Rebuke. Oh, it's got Vigilance? Oh, God. That is like just the worst kind of beat. Blue, red, green. Didn't even need Evolving Wilds. Just... Well, that is highly unfortunate. Turn 2 Drake Hatcher on the play. And my removal lines up really poorly against it. I'm keeping up Stab here because the Stab can actually kill something. There you go. And let us play a Scrawling Crawler, I guess. Problem is, if they, like, kill my Crawler and make a Drake, it's really... Oh, Zimone! How about Zimone? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, God. Okay, fair enough. Make your Drake. This is not cool. This is not cool. Just gonna say, not cool. I should probably save this Blossoming Sands, just because I have so much mana. I should probably save it for... I should save the Blossoming Sands for Exemplar and my Cat Lady. Wow. Like, they were going to kill this anyways, so might as well just play it, right? Yeah. Yep. All right, well. We're getting Drake Hatcher, Zimone. What it... I hate Seal decks so much. I hate Seal decks so much. I don't even... I mean, 2 activations of Zimone. There's a Kiora going. They get to make a Drake every turn. All right, let's just... Okay. Well, we are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Or 2 and 2? Just gotta rattle off 5 in a row. Just rare... Was that? Like rare, mythic, rare? I mean, we have rares too, so it's just one of those things, but... Like... Those are rare creatures that have to be answered, and if you don't, you're just in trouble. I guess this makes me a little bit happier that I chose to play the black, because it has access to more removal. But man, Luminous Rebuke, usually it's pretty reliable. Usually it can kill what you need. But, whew, that was probably the worst you'll see Luminous Rebuke be. All right, Campus Guide. Actually, a card that's reasonable and sealed, honestly. Oftentimes, you don't have enough 2-drops, and it just kind of gets you what you need. Let's play the Vessel here. Perfect card to get in front of the Campus Guide. Blue-black. In this matchup, I'd rather be blue than black-white, just because I have card draw cards to kind of keep pace with what they have. Erudite Wizard. Okay. Okay, let's see. What do I do? Let's attack. This feels bad, but I just think this is the best option. I don't really care about the drain that much. And having a 4-power creature in play seems quite strong here in case they try to draw cards with the Erudite Wizard. And I have the Macabre Waltz to also get it back if they have a way to get rid of it, right? I kind of want to save the Seeker's Folly until they're down to maybe 3 cards where you know the cards in their hand are going to be a little bit stronger. Now, granted, Seeker's Folly into Zombie is a nice like 1-2 punch, but also just having a 4-2 flyer, a 4-2 creature in play isn't that bad, especially because I can just stab the Campus Guide if I need. Right? If I stab the Campus Guide and just beat down, that gets in for a lot. All right, nothing from the opponent, which is of course always highly, highly suspect. Let's see what they got. Yep. Honestly, Seeker's Folly -1/-1 might also not be bad here. But they would have to tap out for something big to make that worthwhile. Cackling Prowler, okay. Wow. That is pretty good. Just go ahead and do that. Play the Jungle Hollow. Make a token. And pass. Don't want to play any more lands here. I play the Hollow because it made me the token. But for the most part, I don't want to play any more lands. Or, I mean, especially because I have the Macabre Waltz. Also, I have a 6-mana play in my deck in the Arbiter of Woe. Think twice. Sure. Great with Erudite Wizard. It's awkward because they have that plus the Cutthroat. The Cutthroat wants you to cast at end of turn. They might do a little bit of both. That's certainly possible. And there is the Soul Shackled Zombie. I think I'm just going to Mind Rot my opponent. Let's just do it now, I guess. I don't care about these creatures. They get to pump their Cutthroat, that's fine. Maybe I should just stab the Cutthroat before it just gets too big. Also, what are they splashing? I guess they're just straight 3 colors? All right, cat lady. Get me that value. We got a Fleeting Distraction and a Swamp, okay. Campus Guide, wow, double Campus Guide, okay. Do they actually need mana here? Wow, they did, okay. So they're, I guess, I don't know, never mind. I'm not going to try to figure out what they're trying to do here. Let's play the Zombie here and continue to make tokens here with our Cat Collector. Exile a spell and the Cutthroat, drain them. And make another token here off the Cat Collector. The problem is there's just like nothing I can really do here. Right? Like these Campus guys are actually kind of annoying. They're gonna play something, right? No? Okay. So it's a bit of a waiting game. And in instances like that, that's where the blue really shines. But I wish I had. Do I have a Claws Out? You know what? That's not a card I really want, though. Muldrotha. Okay, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Okay, well, they have 3 cards. Let's go. Moldrotha. All right, let's make a 6/6 here. Hey, I mean, this is a win condition, right? So... And I'd rather just get in for that guaranteed damage than just use it as his combat trick. I mean, the armor can threaten to end the game pretty quickly here. Coma. Wow. Okay. That is a coma. Well, it doesn't have reach, at least. I just don't think they have great attacks. That's the thing. Yep. I mean, obviously Koma's going to beat the crap out of me, but... I'm going to keep this land in my hand. This is fine. Let's see what they do. I think I'm just taking 8 from the coma. Just giving them the tokens. There's just too much toughness I need to put in front of that thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, it's just way too much. Okay. I'm going to do this because the drain might be very relevant here. Now let's double block 1. And then triple block this. Sure. I guess this is worse against like a Wrath. But if they Wrath, I'm okay, I think, right? I can just get stuff back. But maybe I should have left one of the vessels in play. I mean, they're at effectively 2 life. We'll see what they do. That's the Prowler. They have 3 mana. They need to gain life. They have blue, black, black. It looks like an Eaten Alive here. Witness Protection. Okay. Oh my... If they... I mean, do they have anything for the Soul Shackled Zombie here? That's the question, right? What a sandbag. How dare you sandbag me like that? Okay. This has Ward 4. Holy cow. Okay. I'm at 18 life. All right. I just need to give one of my creatures wings next turn. And I'll be okay. And I'm at 18. I killed their 8-12 Trampler. So it's a lot closer than I thought it'd be. Blue, blue, green, green, black, black. Blue, blue, green, green, black, black. I guess double Campus Guide. Just got to play all your power. It's sealed deck. I get it. The important thing here is for me to be able to spend 4 mana to give my Cat Collector wings, basically. So that means I need to block everything else. So legitimate business person will get in front of the Moldrotha, and we'll just block everything. And that's fine. Them playing the Coma is totally fine. So I think I have this game now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 17. Yeah. This doesn't trample, which is good. And for 1 blue mana, I can't think of too many things. I mean, if anything, they could have another witness protection, so I should maybe keep the Infernal Vessel around. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I'm at 2. All right. Whatever. Whew! Celestial Armor, allowing us to beat through some of these rares. Okay. That was a tight one. Definitely a tight one. Still not sure if blue is the black is better than the white. Or the blue. Alright, Exemplar of Light, Celestial Armor, Hungry Ghoul, and the Scrawling Crawler. Drew the planes here. I think, given that I have the Exemplar of Light, though, I should still just go fetch a planes here. Then play out the Hungry Ghoul. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Well, they kept a hand that had no interaction the first 3 turns of the game. That's always dicey. Okay, but Big Fin Bouncer certainly helps you come back from something like that. Accept that trade, play Exemplar of Light, because then we have the Soul Shackled Zombie to grow it and draw a card. Treetop Snare Spinner. Very, very good card. And they have a Forest. I'm going to hold on to the Celestial Armor here and get my guaranteed card, I think. So let's just do that. Perfect. Stab. They could have Giant Growth. I'm just going to wait. Because I'm already in a pretty good spot, I can stab in response to a bite down if they have that. And then I have Celestial Armor next turn. So just going to try to play this as conservatively as possible. My board is still quite nice. Still have 3 green sources in our deck for the Spinner of Souls. And we have the Macabre Waltz to get back the Exemplar. So this is kind of the classic case where the black is definitely being very strong here. Instant speed removal, recursion, and then the life gain from the zombie. All right, opponent played a land. Affectionate Indrik. All right, we will stab the Indrik. It's a May, though, so they just won't fight it. But obviously, I want to keep my Exemplar alive. So that's fine. And then, now what do we do? I mean, Soul Shackled Zombie can certainly... I mean, I can just kind of attack with both, right? Sure. I'm going to keep Macabre Waltz in my hand. Obviously, if they kill my Exemplar, then I want that to... I want to be able to get that back. Yeah, I mean, the stab was kind of card disadvantage, for sure. Zombify... Okay, that's fair. I mean, look, it's a trade. It's not that bad, because I can get it back, right? I'm going to Mind Rot them. I'm going to Mind Rot them here. Think twice. And a land? Wow. All right. Thought they would run that out. Okay. Fair enough. Light Shell Duo is good. I can get back the Soul Shackled Zombie and the Exemplar of Light. If I draw a land, then I'm probably going to want to play those cards. But I did not draw the land. I actually think I'm just going to do this. Because I have the Luminous Rebuke for the Light Shell Duo. Looks like they drew a removal spell, though. That's really good. Fair play. Fair play, opponent. All right, get the example. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. All right, Meteor Golem from the opponent. Good beats. It's awkward because I want to play Soul Shackled Zombie, but with the Arbiter of Woe, I just need to play Infernal Vessel. Burnished Heart doesn't do anything. Play Arbiter of Woe. See what we find here. I didn't play out my land because I can find a green tap land here off the card draw. Alright, we did not. I will play the land and pass. This is not a bad spot. We have lethal next turn, right? I can give my Vessel flying and then also have the Arbiter of Woe. And that's a great thing about Celestial Armor, too. It just makes it so that, like, whenever there's a somewhat stalemate situation, I can just not worry about anything. What is this? Like a raid spell? Like, why did they attack with this? All right. I mean, I'm just going to go for it here and see what happens. Maybe it's like a combat trick? Like a giant growth? I don't know. Alright. Stab. Okay. That's kind of underwhelming. I'm going to keep the Rebuke. There's no reason for me to kill Meteor Golem here when I'm at 21 life. So I'm going to save the Rebuke in case they play like a massive reach creature and try to close out the game that way. Affectionate Indrik. Oh my gosh. Staying alive. Wow. Good job. All right, I guess I'll just use the Rebuke now because I have the Eaten Alive. I guess I have Eaten Alive as well. Whatever. Okay. You know what? You know what? Let's get back the Meteor Golem. Or let's remove the Meteor Golem and... I don't know. The Snare Spinner, I guess. And then let's use our mana to give this wings. Alright. Another lethal creature. Did you draw your way out of this again? You did not. Alright! Well, I don't even know what our record is. I think we've had 2 losses for a while. Yeah. We've been grinding. All right, we're actually in line to play for some gems now. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Please. Our deck is playing out fairly well. Great synergies. I'm going to keep a 2-lander on the play. I have all my best cards. Triple Cat Collector with all the mana that I want. So I think I should keep this. We just need lands. We just need lands. Being on the play, I obviously, it seems dicey here. Evolving Wilds was actually a really good draw because that gives me the second white source there for the Exemplar of Light. Cat Collectors are nice. Not only are they just good creatures, but they also act as lightning rods for removal spells. So that helps clear out the way for a potential value play with the Exemplar of Light. All right, Campus Guide from the opponent, and we will get Plains here. We do have the Seeker's Folly if they somehow play like a million Campus Guides, but I think I'm much more interested in just running out the Cat Collector here. Still need to draw lands, of course. Still need to draw lands. Here's my question. If I, oh, jeez. Jeez. Sylvan Scavenging, huh? That is rough. And we didn't draw our land. God, these rares. We have one as well, but man, they have the ability to just completely drastically change how games get played out. Like if they play a 4-power creature here, like how it's so hard for me to win, right? It's so hard. Well, at least they're just playing 3/3s for now. But they're gonna turn this. Oh, they're gonna have 2 4/4s in play. Yeah. And I didn't draw land. God. Oh, this is so unbelievably frustrating. Like, I cannot tell you how, yeah, this is just. Well, I mean, we have many more bullets to fire. It happens. You just have, like, it's so hard. You have to dodge so many rares to be able to, like, the difference in power level between the rares, like, this is, what am I supposed to do? The difference in power level between the rares and the commons, it's just night and day. And especially cards like enchantments, it's just, you're like, what are you supposed to do, right? What am I supposed to do here? I mean, this thing's made them 3 3/3s. We drew the land, but it was just far too late. Like, I don't even... I'm at 18. I'll play this. And hope for the best, I guess. We have a Luminous Rebuke plus Sacrifice of Food. They haven't played a single removal spell yet because they haven't had to. Yeah. And it's all because of this one card. If they just played random creatures, we would be able to at least keep pace with what they have. But, I mean, there's a reason why this is one of the best cards in the set. I would prefer it be like a Mythic just for competitive balance. But, I mean, it's not like we haven't won with our rares either. So, goes both ways. Basically, they need to have nothing else. Right? If they have anything else, this is just... okay. 5, 8, 11, 16, 20 damage. 1, 6, 79, 10, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. Oh, they can pump this too. They should have kept up another red, right, for Shivan Dragon, unless they have Giant Growth. Not that it really matters. We're at 2 life here. I don't think we would have been able to keep pace with everything that they have anyways. But yeah. Sylvan Scavenging. Good magic card. Good magic card. And alas, unfortunately, we did not get there in this attempt. But like I said, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it until I run out of gold. And if I run out of gold, then I'm going to do it until I run out of gems. Sadly, we were unable to win any product this time around. I thought we had a solid configuration. I don't know that blue or black would have stopped whatever that I had, but I was reasonably happy with the synergies with black and white. We had some light sacrifice stuff. Black gave us access to some life gain with the double cat collector exemplar of light. I think that's quite strong. We lost to several rares. Game 1, we lost because we couldn't find white sources. And then in this instance, we just lost to the enchantment. So a lot of these losses are kind of the it happens, it's magic territory, where I don't know that we necessarily played very, very poorly to pick up those losses. So when that happens, you just go, hey, that's the nature of the game. You can't win all of them. And you just keep trucking along and try to win the next one. But all in all, I thought this was a solid deck, and certainly a deck that's capable. I don't think this deck was insane, but I think this was definitely a deck that was capable of making it into day 2, but just came up a little short based on the pairings that we had. 6 removal spells, double celestial armor, bunch of creatures, life gain synergies. This was a completely fine deck. We just didn't get there. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether or not you need that box of foundations or a couple of singles to round out your constructed decks, make sure you check out tcgplayer.com and click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. We're talking about playmats, deck boxes, sleeves, life pads, dice boxes, and more. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order.